our 16-year-old boys just took the PSAT.
Yeah, I don't know how that translates internationally, if we've got some international viewers, but
yeah,
for us, it's the SAT and the ACT are the tests that our kids take to get into college.
Right.
So the PSAT is the pre-SAT. So this is like practice, but not really, because they pay attention to the numbers.
They do pay attention to the numbers, and I know for my son, he wants to get into what's called governor's school next summer. And in order to get into governor's school, he has to have good PSAT scores. So the PSAT, he put a lot of pressure on himself for it. So
but it's nice that you didn't have to hound him about it then.
No, actually we didn't. I mean, he actually wanted to do one of those prep courses, which we did. But that was because he wanted to do it. And he felt like it really did help.
No, he really seems like he's coming into his own this year because, he's driving like crazy, driving everywhere. He's got his little stick shift car now, and he's like, doing that. And he's driven to get these extra courses, and Sam's still like, whatever, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, it's the PSAT, and it counts and it doesn't. So, I mean, there isn't a lot of motivation there, I don't think.
They took it last year, but last year didn't mean anything.
Taylor's taken it all 3 years of, you took it freshman year, sophomore year, and then this year it counts.
Right.
Right?
And he did, Sam didn't take it freshman year, but he did take it last year, and he did really well. I mean,
so he's
frankly, it's a little humbling because he did a lot better than I did.
Yeah, well, and Taylor, my son, he didn't really, his scores were okay. They weren't the best, but he was kind of like, I just kind of blew it. He didn't really try.
Right.
He didn't feel like he needed to last year. But now, so we didn't really have a reference point. So it was like, okay, we need to maybe work on this. But if he's got this goal of going to governor's school and doing National Honor Society and stuff, then those are the things that count. So, the question of whether these prep classes that you can take for the PSAT and the SAT, the question is, are they really effective? Do they really help? The one that we did guarantees 400 point.
Really?
Yeah, guarantees.
Really? Because I did that prep course,
points.
And I was like, I got like 100 more. It was
I don't
not
know.
worth
it's a money back guarantee.
You're kidding.
No, I'm
Wow.
not.
Well, if we end up having to do that, I'll
and
have
it
to
is
get the
really
number.
interesting because they pre-test the kids, and then based upon their strengths and their weaknesses, they target.
So they tailor it for them? See, I was just in a classroom.
No, they tailor it for them, and there's a whole bunch of online stuff that they provide for you, so you can actually take kind of test components based on your weaknesses online, and then and that gets you ready for the PSAT.
So
and then
this is
you
a
do
big
the whole thing
transition for you, though, because Taylor has gone from being kind of to being like take control, set goals, do the things to achieve them. He's doing really well.
Yeah, well, I think all kids kind of go through that. Some kids are super motivated about their grades from the get-go, and some kids are very lax about them, and it never really kicks in. And some
like
kids
Sam
go
for the
through this
longest
transition.
time.
I think you can go through this transition of where all of a sudden it's starting to make a lot of sense that if the grades are really good, you can have better choices of colleges and maybe some scholarships and that type of thing, because we've had discussions with him about, affording college.
Right.
And some colleges are definitely fine for him to go to, and some colleges are really, quite frankly, out of our reach. And the only way he would get them is if he were to get some sort of scholarship or something.
So, well, that's good to know, though. So we'll keep you updated on how they do.
I think this whole college prep thing, getting ready to apply for colleges, is an area that it has actually changed a lot.
Yes.
Since
we
I
were
went
kids.
through it.
Well, just the introduction of the internet component since we were younger has made it very different.
Right. And so I feel like I'm having to learn it all over again, and I feel like there's not a lot of help out there. Yeah. And it's not easy to find the answers that you need to find out there. So
so just so you know, she's got the Felix, I've got the Oscar of this odd couple. So we'll let you know how those scores correlate with their personalities of, the go-getter who wants to take the prep and the one who's like, eh.
Okay, can I just say something to everybody? You only have to do this once.
We
We
see
see
ya.
it. Because when we've got everybody doing this, I start getting dizzy.
I get panicky.